Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about Future State Swamp Thing. And this is a whole new set of comics that DC's putting out. And I mean, this one's a little bit more complex than the rest because we kind of have a whole explanation of plant/human anatomy going on. So I'm going to kind of take it in sections, and we find out that the whole world's been wiped out from plague, destruction, nuclear disaster. I mean, superheroes were there trying to save the world. No one could do anything. I mean, the world went. Humans are all dead. All that's left is plants. And I mean, that's pretty believable, right? So we got the Swamp Thing, and he's called the Green Father. I mean, or his children would call him that. And one of his children is called Kala. And it's a little girl. And, there's another older gentleman. His name is Indigo. And he's kind of like a blue tree. And I mean, this is epic, man. I mean, he's doubting the Green Father, or we'll call him Swamp Thing, the entire time. And turns out that we find out that Swamp Thing's looking for humans. For X amount of years, Swamp Thing has been looking for humans and his children, which say that they came from his leaves. They said, "Father, can you tell us the story of how we were made from your leaves?" But basically, like I mentioned earlier, throughout the comic, you get these little bits and pieces of kind of like a journal. It's kind of like a medical journal, and he's talking about human anatomy and how he incorporated plant anatomy there. What I'm getting from this, because we don't really get a full context of it, is that this is how he made his children, or these other green beings that we see here. And I mean, we kind of get a cool exchange of things. Like, one of them gets damaged and they're like, "It's gonna be fine, just get a little extra dirt and sun and water, and we'll root you up real good." And we find out that Swamp Thing has been talking to all the trees, all the greens around the world, and the trees have been telling him the last sighting of humans has been north. So naturally, Swamp Thing will go there, and that's when we encounter a human, but he ends up attacking one of Swamp Thing's children and kills him. But Swamp Thing orders all his kids to stand down because he wants to talk to this human. And Indigo's just kind of like, "Look, you love humans more than you love your own children." And that's when Swamp Thing kind of sits down and talks in a human language with this human. And basically they go back and forth. He feeds them and they're talking over a fire. And we kind of get like a story of a bunch of people went north for a better life, but something like they were promised a better life, but in actuality they were getting like sacrificed, or like we don't really understand what's going on, because we see like a old kind of like wrinkled up dude, and I won't give no spoilers, and it's kind of like a old friend Swamp Thing look into your eyes and show you what I've become. Like, he's all like wrinkly and stuff. So I mean, let's see where this goes. And this is the story that the human is telling Swamp Thing in the cave now, after Swamp Thing and his children found him. So I mean, like I said, it's a really different take on this comic, and that whole anatomy with the plants and human anatomy is kind of really cool. I'm really digging that, and I can't wait to see where they go more with this. So thank you so much for tuning in, and let's see what the next issue of this holds. Bye bye, guys.